Hello, this is Maddie Tackmeyer. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Wolfram Alpha. Now, this website is a search engine, so just like Google or Yahoo, but the nice thing about Wolfram Alpha is that it's very concise in what it gives you. It's like a very scientific approach to Google. Google, if you put in a phrase or a word, it will give you websites pertaining to that. But Wolfram Alpha, if you put in a word or a phrase, it will just give you very concise information, maybe a graph or a chart, and then just a few bits of information that are the most relevant thing to the thing you're searching. So it's very nice for helping out with homework, especially like math or science. I think that's probably what it's used for the most, and it's kind of nice. Here I just have some examples of different things you can look at. So here I'm going into the math category and I just picked a random thing. And this is an example of something that you could search for in Wolfram Alpha. If you plugged in an equation, you could just have a graph right there. You don't even need a graphing calculator. And there are other applications of that. You could really plug in anything. Here I've got an equation and it'll just give you a graph and then it'll give you values. So instead of having to wade through all the articles or websites that might pop up on Google, you can just jump right to exactly what you want and nothing more. And you don't have to get bogged down in all the extra information that you could get. But there is more to it than that. You don't just have to use it for math. You can use it for really any subject. Here I've got health, and just looking up the life expectancy in 3 different places, it just gives me the immediate facts, and that's it. Look, it's really a short page of information, and that's all I need because that's all I want. And that's really the beauty of Wolfram Alpha. You don't have to worry about wading through a ton of extra information. And it's not just with more scientific things. You can even do something like music. So here I'm looking at the band Pink Floyd. I can use Wolfram Alpha to just look at the basic main facts of Pink Floyd. And now I know that they were active from 1965 to 2014. They're from the UK, their main members, and their albums. And that's really all I get because that's really all I want in this situation. You can also search whatever you want. If I search cardinals, like the bird, then it'll just give me scientific name and the taxonomy of it, which would be very nice for like a science class. I would have used this a lot if I knew about this in previous science classes. And then it gives you some other basic information and a picture. And that's about it. It's pretty nice because you don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. I could see it being used very well if you recommend your students to use it to help you as a resource. So as I mentioned with math before, I know people that will use this website to look up math equations because they will get information on how to solve the math equation. So it's not just like they're looking at the answer, but they're also looking at all the steps how to get to the answer. So they can come to understand what they're doing if maybe they didn't previously. And it's just a really nice resource for people to have. That's about it. Thank you for listening.